Hi everyone, welcome to the latest edition of the Martech Fireside Chat. I'm Kingston Lee Young from the Digital Mavens, and I'm here with Tom Goodwin, who is the COO of Reviews.io. Hi Tom.
How are you doing, Kingston? Thanks for having me here today.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. So wanted to get you on board and talk a little bit about Reviews.io. So let's jump straight into it. Can you tell us a little bit about Reviews.io and how you got started?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, we started as reviews.co.uk just over 10 years ago. As from the domain, we were started in the UK, in Leicester, right in the centre of the UK, as a review solution. We're one of only a handful of companies globally that were awarded a Google Seller Ratings license, and very much sort of built the business from there. We rebranded the business as Reviews.io as we started to have a little bit more of a global presence. And my role as COO is I look after all the operations side of the businesses. We've recently launched offices in Irvine, California, Sydney, Australia, Berlin in Germany, and then obviously still have our head office team back in the UK. And I'm very fortunate enough to be based in the office in Sydney here.
Yes. So, okay, let's also jump into, well, with reviews, why are reviews important? I know that we've seen with restaurants and with accommodation and a lot of things that there's been this massive trend towards it, but why do you guys think it's really important?
I think, the customer's voice is becoming incredibly important as part of sort of the pre and post buying journey. And I think authenticity behind those reviews is a key element of that. And I think as brands compete in a very competitive space online, brand trust is a huge part of that. I think we've all, we're all guilty of when we go to buy a product online or when we're researching a product, we quite often will put reviews at the end of that search term. So, when we're looking at that and reading about that, the brand trust is a huge player in that. And I think as a business, what we're there to do is support our customers in leveraging that brand trust and that customer's voice online, whether it be on their own website or within sort of Google search feeds.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's unpack that a little bit more. What are the key features or superpowers that you have?
So, for us, I suppose the superpowers, that's a pretty big word. Well, I've definitely got a few features that I think, give them quite a lot of superpowers. But, I think for us, we operate across all platforms. So, we're not sort of focused purely on one platform like some of our competitors around just Shopify. We integrate with all the platforms out there. We also have a very user-friendly open API that allows even sort of the most sort of complex sort of enterprise businesses use our solution. So I think being a non-contracted solution as well is certainly something we're super proud of. We're very transparent in our pricing and the way that we promote our product. And then I think the things that we've really developed and really been proud of certainly over the last sort of 18 months is the sort of how we can help customers promote user-generated content. So it's the way that we can turn those reviews into sort of real powerful messages that can be through our integration with Instagram, the way that you can create shoppable Instagram galleries, the way that you can create beautifully creative pieces that can be shared on Instagram stories. And then again, it's like about how we identify that customer's voice. Are they an influencer for your brand? The way that, looking at the number of followers that they have, looking at what their reach is, really being able to put all of that information into our solution. So when it comes to, not every review is the same. There's a huge amount of text-based reviews out there, and really what we've really embraced is the way that you can use customers' photos that have been incorporated into that review, the way that you can leverage maybe the video review that's been submitted, and the way that you can really edit that and promote that and use that to leverage your brand online. And I think it's really, there's a lot more now to just a review. It's about how you how you leverage it, how you capture it. So the fact that we provide the ability to capture the video and the photos along with that review. And yeah, I think that our Instagram integration is something that we're super proud of, and being able to identify influencers within our integration is something that we're certainly would, if we were to class it as superpower, that's one that we're very proud of.
Yeah, yeah. So do you think then the role of the influencers coming back? I know there was a bit of a dark patch for them about 12 months ago.
Yeah, I think it's about how you'd identify an influencer. There isn't just generation, the influencers out there, the ones that we see on, the celebrity influencers as we call them. But every brand has got an influencer. Every brand has got a brand ambassador, people who love their products, who shout about their products. Whether it's whether it's a fashion brand or whether it's a holiday company who are promoting, bespoke packages. Everyone has their own influencers, and a fashion influencer is no good to a sort of electrical company or something like that. And I think that's where our integration really helps. It's an influencer to a travel company is going to be very much based around the characteristics of that influencer. And I think we're not out. Yeah, I think where you've sort of touched on is the influencer in general has definitely had a bit of an awakening, but I think it's about how we find our own ambassadors within our businesses, and I think that's really where our product really comes to life.
Yeah, I really like that, because I think a lot of people do think straight away when you hear the word influencer, I have to get to someone with lots and lots of followers who maybe looks a certain way, and you might have to pay for that. But if you're then talking about it as an influencer for your business who actually genuinely really has experienced your product or service, or and is willing to promote it, then really only need to get to a few of those and their network, and they can have quite a powerful effect.
And I think that's where our Klaviyo integration really comes into play as well, because what we're able to do is actually push that segment data into the customer profile within Klaviyo, so that again, if you've got people out there who've got maybe 10, 20,000 followers, are really strong within your sector, within your vertical of your business, and that you can, and as you can push them into a unique flow within Klaviyo, to actually then reward them in a different way, working with other plugins like Smile.io or Loyalty Line, in terms of adding them onto a real dynamic and unique loyalty program. And I think that's really where you use where data really comes into play, and how you can actually push that through into your other tech stack to really again leverage the people, your ambassadors of your business out there.
Yeah. And so what's your approach then to other applications in a business's tech stack? How well do you play with others?
Yeah, I mean, with the tech stack is incredibly important to us. Integrations is a huge part of our business. So yeah, I mean, for us, we've got fantastic relationships with the likes of, like I said, Loyalty Lion, Smile.io, Gorgeous, Klaviyo, Message Media, lots of different businesses out there. So whether it's down to communication, whether it's customer support, customer success, that side of it, whether it's pure like customer profile and sort of omni-channel marketing, whether it's loyalty, rewards, we've got and then right across then the social channels, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram and those elements, we really leverage, we want to be very much part of that sort of what we call the tech stack flywheel. It's making sure that we're, all of that data is being shared across all the platforms, and that every bit of, everything that we're providing from a customer's voice, brand trust perspective is being able to be leveraged within the other platforms.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. So I'm going to ask you, a question from that's probably in a lot of people's minds is, so what's the difference between reviews.io and say Yotpo or Okendo out there?
I would say the main difference between ourselves and say someone like Yotpo is that, you know, we're a non-contracted solution. So we're a rolling 30-day subscription. We're a pure SaaS model. We're 100% transparent. All our prices are on our website. And that, you know, overall, we're not trying to, we very much look ourselves as the key piece in customers' tech stack. So the likes of Yotpo try to be everything, I suppose. And that, I think, you know, we talked about it pre going live, is that, you know, nowadays, Martech, everything's moving so quickly. The last thing you want to be doing is signing up to these long contracts and really putting all your eggs in one basket. And I think with some of our competitors, that's what they try and make you do. And, you know, for us, you know, we look at the tech stacks out there, particularly loyalty, customer support, marketing tech stacks. You know, we look at them as our, you know, huge friends of ours. You know, we've got amazing relationships, and it's about how we can leverage each other's solution, how we can improve that integration, how we can maximize the data flow that's going between the two. And, you know, what we're really good at is we're really good at reviews, and we're really good at identifying, you know, and they're helping our customers capture all of that user-generated content. So I think that's where we are there. I think the likes of someone like Okendo, you know, they're Shopify only, you know, and I think that's the key thing there. We've obviously got very powerful integrations with Instagram that we've developed ourselves. Some of our Okendo use, you know, other people's integration to be able to enhance some of that. But overall, you know, I think the biggest difference with ourselves and Okendo is really the fact that we're not stuck to one platform. We're not just stuck to Shopify. And if you look at the space at the moment, and you look at 26% of our customers are on Shopify. And don't get me wrong, Shopify, if you look at our leads that are coming in, and you look at our business as a whole, yeah, Shopify is huge, and we've got some amazing developments on the roadmap ahead in terms of what we're doing with Shopify. But we also look at, you know, we've also got very strong connections with Magento, BigCommerce, you know, and right back from sort of our legacy clients, going back from when we first started 10 years ago, the WordPress environment. And then, you know, we've got some huge enterprise clients who are using our API. You know, we've got clients who are collecting a review with us every 0.6 of a second. So, you know, we've got a real variety from sort of your startup right through to your enterprise type clients. And I think the flexibility when it comes to, you know, the way headless commerce is coming in, and the way that enterprise clients are looking at engaging in the review space, I think it helps a lot. I think we also have an incredible integration with third-party review apps as well. So that what we like to see ourselves as is a full reputation management side. So we're able to connect with Facebook, with Google My Business, with the likes of TripAdvisor, with G2 Crowd and Capterra, and even Trustpilot as well. You can connect to all of those platforms and manage all of those reviews within our solution. So you're not having to log into multiple solutions. So our third-party environment is definitely very, very popular, particularly with clients that have got a strong online presence, but also are strong in bricks and mortar. You know, we've got clients in Australia with likes of Pillow Talk, you know, got a huge amount of stores across Australia. They need to be able to manage those Google My Business reviews, but at the same time, you know, online, they need to be able to create their own, they need their Google seller ratings, they need all the good stuff that we provide as being a Google licensed product. So I think that's the biggest difference, is that we're not stuck just in that one environment.
Yeah, nice. So what's on the roadmap for this year? Anything you can share?
Yeah, I mean, from our perspective, a big thing we've been doing this year, speed has become a massive thing. You know, really making sure that our widgets are the fastest widgets out there from a you know, so when they're working within our customers' websites, you know, we've got the quickest widgets out there. And also customization and personalization is a huge part of what we're doing. So again, really putting a lot of power into the way that we're able to collect information from our customers, from the reviewers, from the, you know, how we collect that customer's voice, and making sure that we're providing our customers every opportunity to gather information so that they can be more personalized in what they're doing and the way that they're reaching out to their customer base. So certainly there's a huge amount that we're doing around customization. And so we've got lots of new widgets that we're launching that are really making sure that everything that we publish on our customers' websites, it's all about their brand, not our brand. So we should really be, it should be very much integrated in what they're doing. So certainly that's a big thing. And I think also we're launching a new dashboard. I think we've really, the first sort of major dashboard overview we've done as a business. And I think that's really exciting because of all the, we've got a lot of amazing features. And I think it gets to a point where, we want to really make sure that we're leveraging that and making that as easy as possible for customers to use those new features. So I think it's now come time to sort of launch a new dashboard, which is super exciting for us all.
Yeah. If you had to forecast out, crystal ball gazing, what do you think are some tips or trends to look out for?
I think, we're talking to lots of people, and I think personalization is not something new that I'm telling everybody. Personalization, I think, as you and I have spoken as well, is a huge part of as the new, as e-com, as online grows as quickly as it's growing. The stats out there, 2020 became the new 2030. I think people want that. Want to feel special within an online environment. So, there's amazing tools out there that enable websites to be very focused around the individual customer and how you can add that personalized environment into everything you do. And I think that for me is still going to be a very strong trend throughout this year as people adopt and change. So the more dynamic websites will come in terms of being able to, show products that are specific for that customer who's on your website at that time in the way that your loyalty rewards will work that way. I think that for me is fundamental. I think also it's for me, it's about how you leverage user-generated content. So really making sure that all of the user-generated content that you have, you're able to provide that sort of social proof throughout the buying journey, and making that content very dynamic, which is really important to us as well. So when you look at, again, the way our Klaviyo integration works, and we're able to embed dynamic content into that specific to that customer, I think is a big plus in terms of what we're doing.
Yeah, no, I like that and definitely support that. Certainly, it's great to have all that in, and you've got user-generated content. We know how good that is, but if you can't then connect that to the next part of the buyer journey or combine it with your outbound comms, then it kind of just sits in that one channel, and it is nice, but you'd rather connect all the dots and then drive them down through to eventually a purchase or a transaction.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that the people, the better you do that, the more success you're going to have, and the more success you're going to have at beating, some of the big players out there. And I think it makes the playing field very even within the sort of online community. The more personalized you go, whether you're the biggest retailer out there or independent, if you're doing that well, then you will win and you'll be successful in the space.
Yeah. So if somebody is thinking about reviews.io, potentially they've tried out some of the other offers, what's a good place to start? What's a reviews process?
Yeah, I think for us, we've just recently launched a new plan called the Essential Plan. So it makes our solution a lot more, enables people to get onto our solution a lot earlier in their sort of, I suppose, the review space. There's some popular competitors out there who really focus on the sort of startup space. But I think now we've got a great product that, the Essential Plan at 65 Australian dollars, and that really enables people to really start leveraging that customer's voice super quick. From our side, when people sign up with ourselves, we really encourage reaching out to past customers. So we have sort of a review booster feature that enables you to really capture that review content from past customers, so that you can sort of fast track to getting to a point where you can really leverage that content on your own website, on product pages with using our widgets. So yeah, then it's, it's really setting the automations in place, which is, again, it's one click, whether you're on Shopify, BigCommerce, Magento, super easy, WordPress, super easy just to use our plugins there that creates that automation that enables those review invitations to go out at a set designated time, with, the happiest point in that sort of in the customer's journey, that then you're asked for that review. And then really, we very much become very much plug and play. We've got an amazing customer success team based in Sydney here who will help all the customers sort of really maximize the solution, and really, get their stars in their Google Shopping feed, get their stars in their Google Ads, get those product reviews on their product pages so that, that user-generated content is getting re-indexed and creating more traffic for them. And, and the keeping, the one thing that, we do with all of this is keeping Google happy. At the end of the day, if you put that content out there and keep Google happy, then, it will start to really come to play, and that you'll really start to create some good organic traffic back to your site, as well as leveraging, what's already on your site.
Yeah, sold. Done. So look, if somebody does want to jump on board and start with you, do you have a little offer for them at all?
Yeah, definitely. Just stay Fireside 20, and that will get you 20% off any of our plans. And jump on our live chat on our website, and all of my customer success team and support team here in Sydney are fully aware of the offer we're putting out there today, and we'll get you set up super quickly. We're really proud of the support team and success team that we've created in Sydney. We've only been here not even 2 years, but our focus has very much been supporting those customers and making sure we've got a local support team that can do that for them.
Yeah, fantastic. So those that are listening or those that are watching, Fireside 20, get 20% off. Fantastic. All right. Well, I think I might call it there. Thank you so much, Tom, for your time and walking us through reviews.io. We'll hopefully speak later on in the year when there's more exciting news.
Yeah, definitely. No, thanks for your time, and thanks for inviting me along.
All right. Thanks, Tom. See ya.
Cheers.